guys, welcome to my video series on Microsoft Access. Some of you may be thinking, hey, I thought that program was dead a long time ago. Oh no, it is alive and well. Microsoft Access is a relational database software that runs on the Windows operating system. For those of you that have watched my other video series where we use the Mac, I'm still on my Mac, but I'm running the Windows operating system so that we can play around with Access. For those of you using Mac, Access is not available on Mac. However, if you use a program such as TeamViewer, my personal favorite, to remote desktop into your PC, then you'll be able to access the program once you've downloaded it. Now, to this day, many small companies still use Excel to track customer inventory and sales information. Excel's a great program. I encourage you to check out that playlist as well. Now, although Excel offers some list management features, and again, awesome program, Access still provides many more tools and advantages for managing data. These advantages are mainly due to the relational nature of the lists that Access manage. So for example, layout. Excel provides a natural tabular layout that has that grid-like structure, whereas an Access provides a natural tabular layout as well as the ability to create and customize data entry screens called forms. There are also feature differences in storage, how tables are linked, reporting, security, multi-user capabilities, and data entry. And we'll dive into all of those differences as we work through this program. But enough talking, let's actually explore a database and see what it looks like. So I have Access open here, and then I opened this file called Quest Travel A. Now, for those that want to know how to open, we go to File and then Open, and then we can browse and then see how I have these Access files here. You will see that they're Access because they have an extension of .accdb, Access Database. And so I double-clicked on this one to open it. Now, since I'm already in it, I did not get the confirmation along the top, but if you are opening your document for the first time, you will most likely see a security warning along the top, and then you would just click to allow or enable in order to dive into the database. It's always going to double-check with you because databases can trigger some functionality, and they want to make sure that you're okay with that and that there's not potentially some kind of malware or something evil in the file. Now, along here on the left, we will notice that we have multiple categories. We have tables, queries, forms, and then if I scroll down here, we also have reports. So see that this one file actually has a lot of information in it. So if I go up here to the tables, I'm going to double click on Tours to open that, and we will see that it opens up here in the center window. For those Excel users out there, you will notice it does kind of have an Excel flair, right, with our auto filters on the top. Now in Access, a table is the fundamental building block of a relational database because it stores all of our data. We can enter and edit data in our tables. Now let's go check out a query. So if I go down here and I select Tour Sales Query, double click on that, notice that it opens it up in a separate tab here, and once again it looks a lot like an Excel spreadsheet. Now, a query selects a subset of data from one or more tables. So in this case, the tour sales query is selecting data from the tours, sales, and customer tables. So 3 different tables. Editing data in one object changes the information in every other object of this database. Again, all about relationships. So if I highlight this heritage word here, and I delete it, and I type in the word legacy, and hit enter, and then click in any other row, look what happens. It automatically changed the rest of that heritage instance to legacy. Now let's check out one of our forms. I am going to double click on the customer roster form. Notice this one looks a little different. It has fields that can be completed. And this time where it says tour, I'm going to change that word to rally. Click out of it. Now an Access form is a data entry screen. And you notice here, the look and feel is nicer. It may be less intimidating to a lot of you. Many users actually prefer to use forms for data entry rather than editing and entering data in tables and queries, which is okay because the information, as you can see, is presented in an easy to use layout. Now remember how I changed that rally word here? Let's go back into Tour Sales and look, automatically it changed all of the instances of tour to rally. So once again, showing the relationship. Now let's check out one of our reports. So I am going to scroll down here and double click on Tour Sales Reports. So this is what an Access report looks like. It's basically a professional printout. A report is for printing purposes only, not data entry, so we wouldn't go in here and edit this. I just wanted to show you not only what a report would look like, but that, once again, see the relationship? It changed the legacy and rally words as we had done in our query and form. Now, if I was to close this, it would prompt us on if we wanted to save, just like in any other Microsoft product. But one major difference with Access is that any edits, the changes that we made to the tour name, those are automatically saved. When we are clicking save or closing and being prompted to save, it's to save the design changes to the object. So again, to recap, a table contains all the raw data within the database in a spreadsheet-like view. Tables are linked with a common field to create a relational database. A query allows us to select subsets of fields or records from one or more tables, and they are created when we have a question about the data. We're querying our table. A form provides an easy-to-use data entry screen, and then a report provides a professional printout of the data that we can add enhancements to, such as headers, footers, graphics, and calculations. Whew! So that is what a database looks like. Now you may be like, whoa, Melody, hold on, this is so much information, I'm overwhelmed. We are going to continue to take apart databases and build our own throughout the next several weeks, so that you can become comfortable with the program. With this video, I just wanted you to understand what Access is used for, as well as the different elements of the Access program. We have only just begun. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.